Let's get started. And first off, good morning, everybody who's on this Zoom, and then perhaps more will join us from different part of the world. And I am here sitting in my home in Southern California. In just about a couple of days, I will be flying to Asia, which is amazing. That doesn't really matter, but you probably can see me popping up in different on social media online. What that really means is you could be doing business just about anywhere in the world, right? And that to me, people didn't think, it doesn't sink in yet with some 15 years ago as I started out doing this business, okay? Picture, drawing a big picture vision for people to actually can see that one day you can be sitting at your home or in Japan, for example, and you could be building the business with only perhaps if you only have a phone in your hand, that is all possible, right? That you can be because of you connect with $1 billion company that back you up. So therefore, to me, is the most what fuel the if you are entrepreneurial part. If you are an entrepreneur, okay, if you see yourself entrepreneur, put down in the comment. Yes, okay, yes, I am an entrepreneur, right? I'm a forward thinking, and so first off, we'd like to welcome everybody and turn in the chat box. I'd like to see where you are watching and calling in from, so I can see and I know that maybe different part of the world, and especially that would be I see my friend Garbit. Namaste. You are up early, okay?
I don't.
So welcome, okay, from India. Okay, guys, let's get right into it. Okay, so let me introduce myself a little bit for those that I have not met in person, and then we go right into the story of today. And I would tell you that it's rare already for you to look at the landscape of companies, U.S. corporate today. Okay, right here and right now, look and deep dive into it. Ask question. Okay, is there any like big companies today launching innovative products? That already itself is rare. Okay, the type of innovation that is patented, but at the same time they allow you to partner with them and market the product. It's pretty rare. Okay, and no one can copy the technology. That's number one. Okay, and number two, at the same time, same year. Okay, is any corporate in the world that you know of that expanding, take the technology into a new market, a new country, let alone, and the company that you just about to hear today, they're doing both at the same year. That is already unheard of and rare. I challenge you go to Forbes and then you go find out for yourself. It's really rare opportunity. Okay. So if you're new for the first time, it's an invitation for you to take a look, serious look, that something like this doesn't come maybe once in a lifetime. Okay, my brief story. Okay, I'm originally from Thailand. Please call me Toon, short. My background is structural engineering. I got my master's degree from the University of Michigan, and I came here in the US, got my master's degree, and then started working in a corporate. Okay, probably just like most 85% living in the USA today, have a job. But I followed that path. I'm a Generation X, so follow the good teaching, right, from my parents. Go get really good at as high as possible education, and go and get out and get a job. I did just that. Okay, within almost 20 years of my corporate ladder climbing, I was became a vice president towards the beginning of 2012. And but by the time then 2010, I already saw that regardless of the high salary, high title that I had with the corporate, it doesn't really translate into the kind of life I envisioned before I came. Okay, it's on if you are from a different part, like a different country, okay, into living in the USA today, it's a different picture when I came to the US. It's a totally different dream. It's like a reality hit, okay? But when I was invited to take a look at this business, I didn't say no, I didn't say yes right away. Okay, and I invite everybody to actually do your due diligence as well. So you can be sure, that yes, because this is first as a business. If you want to take a look seriously as a business. Now for myself, it took me a month to take a look at this business to be able to confirm that yes, could this be something that get me out of corporate, okay, and have a different vision of my future, okay, than the job, okay. And once I confirm my belief, okay, for me, I was all in when I made decision. I'm not one of those 50-50, okay. I'm not one of those I want to make a few $1,000s a month either. Okay, I have the single purpose in my life at the time, right? Make enough money to get me out of corporate job, right? And then have a totally different life to give myself 3 years to do it. 2010 starting. So 2012, I was able to leave my full-time job. I left a VP position behind, walked out of the corporate office. And at the time, I tell you what, it wasn't easy. Okay, a lot of people laughed at me or get mad at me. You ever have anybody get mad at you, your family, your work? Okay, for me it was a total all kinds of opposition against me, right? And where a lot of and you know what, a lot of those are the ones that closest to me the most. Okay, but boy, has been 15 years now. Okay, and I am really grateful the kind of lifestyle that I have. We travel 8 countries a year. We're gonna be visiting India in January, my newest country in my portfolio. We already visited 3 new countries. So it's my vision, right? It's my goal. But you can have a different goal than me. You may have a different story. I hope my story resonates with your future, with where you're going. Okay, but the most important part that I would like you to leave with yourself is you need to ask yourself a serious question. The 5 years from now, what are you going to be doing? What will you be doing? Okay, or 10 years from now. Okay. All right, so I'm going to talk about the 5 most important points that I'm sharing with you today. Okay, and if you have pen and paper, I recommend you take notes. Okay, because these are very important as when you are looking at either seriously starting up something on your own, or maybe you're choosing a company. Okay, maybe you already partner with a company. Okay, as something for you to evaluate. Okay, the market trend. Do you have a wind behind your back? All right, that is pretty much where the money is flowing into. Okay, are you partnering with a good company? Do you have a patented technology exclusive? That no one can copy you and no one has, right? Monopolizing the industry. And number 4, you got to be paid well. Okay, I mean highly paid. Otherwise, why would you do it? Would it be worth your time? And also lastly, the timing. Okay, why now? Let's get started. So the market trend. Okay. So what is driving the economy definitely is the money, right? Is where the money is flowing into. Simple, right? What people are spending money on, what's on people's thoughts and minds, what are they thinking about the most? Okay, and then what is going to drive that is the people, right? Is the people. Today, every 6 seconds, there are someone turning 75 years old, period. 6 seconds. Okay, they call the baby boomers. They are the massive population that is driving the world's population's numbers in terms of age. Okay, and we have 8 billion people, and we have a lot of them at the higher age. The problem with that is that as the world is getting older and with coupling with medical advancements, the question here is then are you healthier? The answer is not. So that's a big gap. Okay, and we call it the health span, right? So you see that the gap is why it's getting bigger because of even though you live longer, it doesn't mean that you live healthier. You don't have the kind of a stamina that to do what you are able to do. So no wonder the healthcare cost is driving crazy. And if you live in the USA today, and you're gonna see a big hit in the health insurance cost. Oh my God, crazy, big time, right? So if you're healthy, wow, bless you. If you have pre-existing condition, boy, that is no good. And if you rely on employers health insurance, watch when January 1st come, you're going to be paying more because they cannot keep absorbing you and your family. That's just a matter of fact, right? So we are in the world where how do we provide solutions for people so they can stay healthy, right? If you hold that solution, that key, you definitely hold the market share. Am I correct? Okay. So that is driven by the trend, right? So that's why you're on social media, you're going to see this word biohacking, right? People are looking for solutions, right? And then apply to the diet lifestyle to improve their health and well-being. Biohacking here. Okay. All sorts of a knowledge and technology, right? That's why I promise you, and maybe it's already happening, you already start seeing, they call it wearables. You understand wearables? The rings, the watch, right? And the necklaces and all of that, measuring all sorts of things, right? All of what they try to do here, you give you a data points, biohacking your way into living longer, okay, living healthier, right? Now, and obviously, from the market perspective, the whole nutritional supplement market, $300 billion. Okay, in the USA alone is $60 billion, and it's continued to grow. And I think it's going to grow to 9 trillion by 2020. It's just only a few years. Okay, so if you look at this market share, I call it the market share here. If you're an entrepreneur, you think, right? How are you gonna take a sizable market share? You need to have something no one has. Absolutely. Okay. Starting off from, you know, this fueled by the 75% of adults today are spending money on nutritional supplements. That's why it's driving. I have a number for India market as well in later on. Okay. As people walking into the aisle of nutritional supplement store and how they make decisions. So the question here is, what do they use to base a decision on to choose the product they buy today? Okay, it's, I can tell you most of them are guessing, okay, or either seeing some marketing advertisement, right, which 99.9% cannot even provide a guarantee on that products. So that's why you holding that secrets today that everybody deserves to know, right? Now let going back to the 1970s, okay? In the 1970s, the first time we are able to measure the cholesterol level in your blood, okay? And that is the beginning of the measurements of the and the rise of the healthcare costs. Because one day are able to find out, okay, that how much cholesterol in your blood, the pharmaceutical company took advantage right away, start selling the statin drug, which is the generic name. All right, and they make $1 billion out of it just because of they can measure something inside of you. Okay, and 1980s, the bone density, 1990s, the glucose, it's your sugar in your blood, right? And then the pharmaceutical company make $1 billion. So up until now today, okay, there is no other company, no one able to measure the level of antioxidant level in your body. Nobody, no company. Okay, you can do it in the hospital invasively, meaning you need to take a blood sample and do it. It's very expensive, and most doctors don't even bother to order it. And that is why we hold that power, right? Non-invasive way to give people that measurement. So let's talk about the company. Nu Skin Enterprise, it's our company partner, just so that you are aware of. They are your partner, okay? And they have been around for, will be 42 years next year. 42 years old company, almost half a century company, that revenue per year is almost $2 billion. Okay, this is $1 billion company, operational 45 markets around the world. Okay, a lot of okay, they open up markets and they grow, right? They have $1 billion in assets, continue to invest in technology, research, and developments. And the best part, they publicly traded company. So when you choose a company and you know that they are publicly traded, what it means to you is that one, they are transparent, they're trustworthy, right? Because people buy and sell stocks, they get audited 4 times a year. Okay, and they are board of directors and they have investor report. I am one of the investors as well. So these are the accolades that if you wanted to compare the company, okay, whatever that market that you are in, US or India and whatnot. So you gotta check mark all of this, whether that company that you think to partner with, do they have these accolades or not. The 45 markets is amazing to me because what it means is that today they operate on the digital first platform dropshipping, if you're familiar with it. Okay, they strategically place their warehouse and distribution center around the world, and they dropship. Okay, place the products. Anybody can place a product on the phone today. Everybody's used to it now, right? But the minute you place the product on the phone, the company basically, the product leaves from the warehouse in that market and dropship in front of your home in 45 markets already, and plus one now in India. Isn't that amazing? So that you allow you to be able to do or go somewhere and then buy, and you can operate the business anywhere in the world. This is to me one of the most important part for myself. Okay, because I have a mindset of building a global business, right? So the solution part here. So starting off, they invest hundreds of millions of dollars into innovation center, one in the US, one in China, all right? And then led by Chief Scientist Officer Dr. Joseph Chang, who had pharmaceutical backgrounds, he brought with him the standardization when we make the products. Okay, Nu Skin, they're not pharmaceutical company, right? But the way they make the product is almost exactly like pharmaceutical company. What it means is that they do clinical trial on the product. I don't know if you're familiar with the clinical trial. It means that it's human trial, and they do double-blind cross, placebo control, eliminate all biases. The most expensive test they do only in the food and drug company. Okay, but they're willing to do it. Why? They want to make sure the product came out is high quality, all right, and get shipped to different part of the world at the same quality. They do testing because some countries are hot, some countries are cold, right? So to make sure that the product is potent. And that is why if you were to invest and build something on your own, like a startup, can you put a number on your investment for how much it's going to cost you? Okay, but they are doing this already for you by you partnering with them. Okay, 75 full-time PhD level, and then they're already working on the next innovation. I promise you that. Okay, so this is a solid scientific company that every day they launch, every year they launch new innovation. Okay, so here's the solution to my question at the beginning. Okay, we launched the first Biophotonics scanner in 2002. That was big, massive. Okay, and in 2013 we launched this model called the S3. It's still small, okay, not very portable, but it is still fast. 30 seconds can send lights into your skin. The first time ever the world has ever seen that you can send a lights into human skin, and it can give you a reading of the antioxidant that cover your cell. That's amazing. Okay, and it's even more accurate than blood. Okay, they measure human tissue. It's massive. Okay, so I'm talking about a Nobel Prize winning technology, Raman spectroscopy. Okay, and able to put that into this device and give you a results that would assist you in making a decision. Okay, whether you have a good healthy lifestyle or if your nutritional supplements that you're taking are working or not. And no one has ever done it before, and even up until now, no other company willing to do it. It costs a lot of money. Okay, we backed up with so many peer-reviewed studies, and Yale University, we have all of the validations that if you like, we can send you to. If you're interested in reading it, it's crazy, but we have this for you. All right. On top of it, they have just completed a study of the blood serum. So basically, now we even have a clinical trial on draw the blood serum, 5-carotenoid, it's very expensive. And we also use the light technology, and you can see coloration. That is exactly a good number, right? A good trend. We can prove to you that you don't have to draw your blood. We can give you a very accurate reading, okay, from our technology. Okay, once you get scanned, you get your baseline score. Doesn't matter how high, how low. Okay, and if you wanted to improve your score, right, and one of which is to take the nutritional supplements on top of making adjustment to your lifestyle, right? And then we have a guarantee plan that after 2 consecutive months, right, your score will improve. Otherwise, your money back guarantee. Why 2 months? Because your body takes the time to absorb nutrients, right, and then turn that into your layers of your skin. That's the whole reason why it takes 2 months, okay, to actually be stable enough. It's part of your skin. All right. Now, as an entrepreneur and a business owner looking at this, is that one, you have a technology that can help you validate whether your customer have a good lifestyle or maybe not. Maybe they're taking some other people product but not working because the score came out low. Okay, help you assess acquisition of your customer, number one. Okay, number two, retention of your customer, because we can prove it. If you don't have a numbers, how will you know to improve? And it's still like crazy to me where people are spending money on taking supplements and you don't even know like why, and you don't even know like how do you improve it. Am I right? Like, you take it every day, maybe some other products, but how do you know it's working for you? But we have measurement now, okay? And if you, as a business, this become the holy grail of business model called a subscription. It's the best business is a subscription model. Go ask Netflix and Amazons and whatever, right? So this is the best steady, okay, solid business. Okay, my quick personal story, right? This is 2010. I kept my card when I scanned. I started at the yellow, which is the medium range, 31,000. The next month, my score went up because I started taking Pack Nano, right? And in September 2010, I went up to 56,000. Basically, translated into a blue color. And in the past 15 years, I never dropped below the blue. All right. And then recent scan, I was at the high 80,000. So what does that mean to you, these numbers? Okay. First, if you have not get scanned, go get scanned. Go find out where you at. So when you know your score and what this really means, right here. Okay, this is 21 million people scanned in the past 20 something years. So you can see where you at, right? Are you in the low 50% of the world where they are unhealthy? Are you in the top 10% of the world where your body is fully saturated with protection, carotenoid? Are you top 5% of the world in the purple? You are super, right? You're good. You're doing something right. So you can see where you at, so that you have something to shoot for. This is no other company had this type of statistic and data. What we do, all right? And you are building business with that, you can have a lot of validations and data that you can use for your business. All right. So now that's what brings me to the latest technology, right? So what I am holding in my hand, I'm telling you right here, okay, so light, so fast technology. I'm taking it to India, and this is changing the world that you would ever seen before. Okay, an ability to give people a reading of their cellular protection in only 15 seconds. And we are launching in the US, we're launching in India. As amazingly, it's so new technology, but we are taking it to India already. So living in India, congratulations, right? But you better get one. So before, let's watch this quick video so that you can understand the history of this. Okay, guys, so I hope you are excited as I am. Okay, like I mentioned, this device here takes 15 seconds only. Okay, and then use the technology that we have had for 22 years and then able to give you that reading. Okay, and through the light technology. And then there are 5 lights coming out of the device. And right now we're measuring one insight, bio insight, okay, which is your carotenoid. And in the future, I already heard that we will be able to measure additional your bio data of your body, which is amazing future, right? And then by just updating the firmware, same device here, but obviously we're updating the firmware that you will be able to do that. So this is an amazing technology for you to have. Okay, why is patent? Because we have 26 millions of data that we have collected, okay, in the past 20 to 23 years, and we're using AI and algorithm to be able to translate the reading, your fingerprint reading, right, with the data that we have and give you the numbers of your carotenoid. And then when pairing with your iPhone, Android, and tablets, we've spent a lot of money designing these beautiful apps. Not only that it gives you the insights, it gives you education, it make recommendations on your behalf, recommendation or what product that fits the numbers with the lifestyle. Okay, I know that designing an apps, okay, that to be on iOS or Android is not cheap. Okay, and they have done this for you already. You can actually go on to the App Store now and then search for Prism.io. You'll be able to download it. If you don't have the device, at least you get a preview. All right. And so anyhow, US market, we launched this version already. Okay, and you live in the USA, you want one, I'm sure that you will be able to get you one for sure through your connection or someone that invited you on this. Okay, India, we have also launched the same as well. All right, which is going to be coming in the end of December. Okay, and the tipping point here, it means that right now I can tell you not a lot of people own this device. Okay, not a lot, but in the future, okay, it's gonna be a lot of household. We have set a goal to help 10 millions healthy household just in the USA alone. And then that would be looking, that's gonna look like when Steve Jobs came out and say announcing the swipe phone in 2007. Okay, and then you see wearable, you see the iWatch, and then every household would have this device. Okay, so what does it look like for you here? So these are the products that provide 100% guarantee. Now, this is in the US market. In India, I will show you a couple of in a slide later on. Okay, and then what does it look like here is this. Okay, as a business builder, I look at this device as a franchise. Okay, we are totally in the franchise model. Okay, someone who has this device would go out and get customer. We call it subscriptions. My quick math to show you here, if you were to get a 10 subscription and then $100 each, if you have 50 of them only, okay, as part of your business, that's $2,500 a month, okay, at 5% payout, right? What if you have 100? What if you have 500 of them, right? With only 10 subscription, $100 each, that's $25,000 a month. The best part is you can have business in different part of the world. It is coming, guys. That's for sure. That's why if you look at this number here, audited income, okay, by PricewaterhouseCoopers show you average income per month in US dollars. Every numbers here except the bottom three are part-time. So you can see here a part-time level, let's say Ruby partner, a few $1,000s a month part-time can go a long way. Okay, I know I'm from Thailand. Someone makes $3,000 a month in Thailand. They can retire right now. Okay, you know, now if you have a bigger goal, there have been people who makes in the $5,000-6,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $40,000 a month. Okay, in our past 41 years in our existence here. The question here for you here is how much you want to make, right? What is your goal? It's all possible. I saw the same slide here 15 years ago, not exactly same number. And that was when I made the decision for myself. Okay, because I was sick and tired of working for someone else. All right. Lastly, guys, timing. Okay, like I mentioned, this is very new. Okay, the technology is so new. In fact, it's so new. You go talk to someone, they may actually question you a lot. Okay, that is possible or not. But if you read books about entrepreneurs at all, okay, those early adopters, those are the ones that's gonna go change the world, right? You're gonna get a lot of questions asked, but don't worry about it because we have validation to back you up. That's for sure. Don't worry about that. But you need to take action. If you not 100% in, the question to ask is what do you need for you to be all in, 100% believe in this. And that brings me to a close here. Okay, this is the biggest market that we will open in our history, right? A market the size of 1.4 billion people. And with the billion Gen Z and the millennials already have access to social media, internet access, right? So absolute digital native, okay? Young people looking for changes, okay? 430 million middle class income, where this layers is even bigger than the USA population alone, growing each and every year. And when they grow their income, they have huge demand for premium products. The premium product, high quality USA brand products that make a true difference in people's life, health, and also personal care. And that's where we sit perfectly in this market. All right. And we have already opened the markets. We had 3 big launch events, and then there will be more official launch in the first Q2 or beginning of Q2 of next year. We have a plan to open 3 new experience center, right? And then one's going to be in Bangalore, one going to be in Delhi, one going to be in Assam. I already know the names of the cities even, okay? And we continue to launch new products in this massive market here, okay? So if I'm talking to, if you are an Indian heritage living outside India today, you have the privilege to also build the market not only in the USA or UK and Canada or different part of the world. You also have the privilege to build into India as well. If you are watching me, if you are an Indian, local India, and you have the opportunity to build a massive market inside India, because we know as well 74% already spending money on nutritional supplements, and then look at the deficiencies of Indians inside India today, but we have the solutions for that market, okay? And the products all made inside India make sure that we have tariff protection, so this very affordable price, but still carry the highest standard of the New Skin US brand, right? Incorporating the Ayurvedic traditions, but with the proprietary science that we have had in the past 41 years. So we make the product for Indians inside India and with the price point that is perfect for that market, okay? This is the wellness. The first package they're going to launch beginning of January. Look at the price point. It's amazing, right? For you to be able to get all your hands on with this type of price point here. And we are absolutely going to change lives in India for sure. So it is a basically convergence of what I just have shared with you, okay? The massive market trend, the technology, social media, and data personalization, and the monopolize that we have in our technology, and it's already the two big waves right in front of you, okay? If you are new, okay, get back to the person that invited you to this Zoom and tell them that yes, you are in, you want to get started, and you can get your free account, start your 90-day transformation, and then so that you can be the product of the product. You gotta be, okay, you can sell the business or product if you don't experience any of the product. Am I just about right? You gotta experience it. You gotta understand. Now, what I'm sharing with you here is for the US market. In the India market, please consult with whoever invited you to this Zoom. Okay, guys, so we are doing this same Zoom, same password, 2 times a week. All right, and the capture screen on this, there are different speakers that come on and speak on this Zoom here. And then my slot is this particular slot, but it could change in the future. And why we're doing this for you. Okay, and you can invite guests, can invite prospects and family, friends, and get information. And we help you build the business. And we also do the same if you are in India as well. Guys, so it has been a pleasure to be with you this evening. And as in a couple of days, I'll fly to Asia. And I hope that if you're in India, I hope to get to see you. Okay. But with that said, guys, have a great day, great morning, great evening. I'll see you in the next Zoom. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.